This video consists of complete knowledge about WMM, that is wet mix macadam. Video is divided into 10 sections. Friends, before moving ahead, let me clear one thing. The contents of this video are totally based on my personal experience while working on runway and road projects. Hi, this is Pankaj. ये वीडियो हिंदी भाषा में भी मेरे इसी YouTube चैनल पर उपलब्ध है. This video is also available in Hindi language in my same YouTube channel. Section number 1, material used in WMM specification and grading. Section number 2, equipments used in WMM. Number 3, reference documents. Number 4, physical requirement of mix and demand to plant. Number 5 is mixing plant, and 6 is transportation of mix. Number 7, laying process. Laying process is also divided into 4 sections. Number 8 is rolling and compaction. The number 9, quality control, and number 10 is field dry density test, that is maximum field density achieved. As per IRC 109/2015 edition or Morth clause 406.2.1, vibration value of the aggregate should remain below 40% and same impact value should remain within 30% limit, and combined flakiness and elongation indices must less than 30%, and also the limit of water absorption is 2%. Aggregate grading required is as per the table 2 of IRC 109/2015, which is shown in the screen. And these are the major plants and equipments used in WMM. About the plant and the paver we will discuss briefly in this video ahead. For everyday work, the quantity required of the mix from the plant has to be estimated very carefully. It will give you the smooth functioning of plant and its production. So let us assume that the patch which we have to lay today, having the length of 100 meter, width is 5 meter, and the thickness of the bed is 100 mm, it is 0.1 meter, and it is compacted. So the volume will be length into width into depth, so directly it will be 50 cubic meter. But guys, this is the 50 cubic meter is the compacted volume. But in case you have to place your demand in cubic meter, then always remember that loose thickness must be included, and in that case the actual volume will be length into width into loose thickness, the compacted thickness plus the loose thickness. Okay, so it's coming 100 into 5 into 0.125, it is 62.5. See guys, there is a difference of almost 12.5 cubic meter, so always remember it. But most of the WM plant works on tonnage, or it is weight of the WM. So in that case you have to place, if you have to place the demand, then the demand in tonnage will be compacted volume into density. It is compacted volume into density. The compacted volume is the previous volume which we have calculated, it was 50 cubic meter. So directly 50 cubic meter into density. So density here I am assuming that it is 2.350. Maybe as per the MDD and other lab tests, you will find some different densities in different sites, but on an average I have taken it 2350. So now the weight of WMM which we have to place a demand to the plant is 117.5 ton, and if you have to place in cubic meter, then it is 62.5 cubic meter. It was a simple example of quantity required for a day's work. It's a 100 TPH WM plant. 4 identical hoppers for different size of aggregates or filler are placed well and connected through conveyor belt up to the mixing bin or pug mill. Each hopper consists of load cells and mechanically motor driven opening valves. Recipe of WMM already designed is fixed in the controlling unit. Each hopper ejects requisite quantity of material into the conveyor. Conveyor carry all the different size aggregates up to and the fillers up to mixing bin. At the same place, water is also mixed through controlled arrangement directly into the mixer. And in some type of WMM plants, there are some load cells in the mixing bin or pug mill. Before adding the water, the total load of the aggregate, mixture aggregate is calculated, and accordingly the percentage moisture required is added into the pug mill. The final mix then conveyed by the help of a exit conveyor up to the drop point, from where it is either stored in silos or directly sent to the sites with the help of dumpers. Also, some WMM plants have a facility of cement silos so that it easily can be worked for the mixing of soil stabilization recipes also. The transportation of WMM from plant to the site is done by using dumpers or highway trucks, keeping in mind that no segregation will take place even when the mix is loading into the truck and also while moving towards the site. Important aspect is keeping in mind that the moisture loss in between the plant and site must be within acceptable limits. The laying process of WMM is again divided into sub parts, that is ABCD. These are the preparation of surface below WMM, fixing of packs and setting out, giving guidelines, label distribution on strings, and the paver movement and its laying. Preparation of surface already laid below WMM, whether it is GSB or subgrade, it must be well compacted. No loose material should be there. Before WMM laying, ensure sprinkling of water. It protects the moisture of WMM. Also avoid the skid of material. Important idea about what are the precautions has to be taken during the laying. When WMM is laid by paver, a string wire has to be fixed for the top level of WMM which we have to achieve. To hold this wire, iron packs are fixed at a certain intervals. The distance between these packs must be divided as per the longitudinal slope changes of the layer, that is profile. Means if profile having more number of vertical curves, then the interval between the packs must be small, and if you are having a straight centerline profile of the road, then you can slightly change or increase the difference between the packs. Generally the difference must be 6 to 10 meter for ideal conditions. These iron packs should be fixed by drilling and hammering tightly. Labels are distributed into the string wires at every packs with the help of auto label. These labels are with reference to the any local permanent benchmark. This process should be done very carefully because the paver sends the wire and automatically adjusts its laying top as per up and downs of the wire. Keep in mind that label on a string must be including the loose thickness of the material. For example, if we have to lay a 100 mm layer, then the label must be fixed for 125 mm because 25 is the is the loose thickness. The simple check of tension on string wire on site is by hanging a 500-gram load in between the two pegs. By this weight, the deflection on the string should not exceed 20 mm. Paver movement and the most important, laying. Before fixing the paver at the starting end, if already work has been done on the previous day, the edges must be cut and the loose material should be removed from there. So starting with the paver is giving an initial height to the paver. By using wooden logs or the blocks, we can give a sufficient required height at the initial stage from where the material laying will be started. As per the IRC 2009, thickness of WMM layer should not be less than 75 mm. Hiva or dumper, which carried mix from plant to site, attached with paver and allowed to supply mix to the hopper in continuous manner. From hopper, conveyor carried mix up to the auger and auger spread the mix throughout the width of the laying bay. Subsequently, a tamping screed make a smooth flat surface. Ensure screed tamping percentage and paver speed before starting of laying. As the paver start laying mix, level of top of WMM must be checked within 2-3 meter with the help of dip measure and by the label staff of auto label. Dip checking should be kept continued throughout the length of the bay at every 3 or 4 meter interval. If any difference in camber, depression or rise occur, same should be rectified instantly. Edges of WMM must be matched properly with adjacent layer if any. Any surface irregularity occur in laying must be rectified manually before rolling and compaction. Chapter 8 is rolling and compaction. Rolling of WMM is to be done with 8 to 10 ton vibratory rollers. Number of passes and their sequence should be fixed as per the trial way before actual work or by the site experience based on achieved density report of first 1 or 2 days work. Generally, first pass must be plain without vibration. Subsequently, low vibration and high vibration passes, and at the end the finished passes has to be fixed until the removal of roller marks at the top surface of WMM. Ensure rolling speed must less than 5 km per hour. Rolling should start from edges to center to avoid slipping of material from camber towards edges of road or runways. Quality control work of WMM. I will start from the surface finish or tolerance. The surface level of WMM as a base course shall have the tolerance of plus 10 to minus 10 mm. It should be checked at 6.25 meter longitudinally and 3.5 meter transversely. Out of 10 consecutive measurements, only one can be fluctuated up to the 50% of the tolerance limit. That is, the one reading out of 10 reading may cross the tolerance limit and it should not be greater than 15 mm plus minus 15. And second is the longitudinal profile shall also be checked by a 3 meter straight edge at the middle of the each traffic lane along a line parallel to the center line of the road. And here is a table 3 frequency of quality control test of WMM. These are the tests which we have to do every day as per the daily basis or as per the square meter or cubic meter based. Gradation, plasticity index, moisture content, density, aggregate impact value, abrasion value, flakiness and elongation index. Friends, out of these quality control checks, field dry density or in situ density is the most important check, but due to the shortage of time and This video will become so lengthy. I will cover up dry density test in my next video. Stay tuned, be with my channel, subscribe, like. Thanks for watching.